Greg Harding here again. I hope you got yourself a brew, because we've got a fair bit to cover. There's not been a lot going on this week, to be honest. It's been quite a quiet week. We've been getting some work out from the aluminium shoot that we did, or an aluminium company that we were working for in London. I think that's the last sort of vlog update I gave you. I was going to London, so we've finished that work. That's gone out back to the client. Client's very happy, so that's a big tick in the box. Hopefully we'll get to see some more work from them, because they're quite an active company. So inquiry wise, I guess we are looking at, let's have a look, I've made a note, so 3 inquiries this week, which isn't too bad. I'm not unhappy with that. I would imagine sort of 3 or 4 inquiries a week is probably average for us. We don't convert all of those, but if we can convert maybe 2 or 3 of them, then that's great. I would imagine that if I can get in front of, or get talking to the clients, then I'll be able to convert a lot more. I would think probably 70 to 80%, because my marketing, my target audience, and the people that come to my website it's fairly specific in terms of the keywording and in terms of what I put up on the website. It does kind of I don't get like general inquiries for I don't know, weddings or portraits or that sort of stuff, so that's a bonus. Occasionally they come through, but I think it's just people just haven't been to the website and they just go, oh, photographer. Probably coming through the yellow pages or something like that, whoever still reads that, I've got no idea. But anyway, they do come through. So video work wise, we're kind of looking at, we've got a couple of jobs that are coming up. One with a shower company of all places, not a shower as in everyday shower, but this is like a shower, an emergency shower that you'd see on a construction site for if somebody has had an accident covered in acid or very strong alkali or something like that. Then they would jump into one of these medical emergency showers and get a deluge of water. So we've done work for them previously, but we're going to be going back to do some stills photography for them, as well as a new project with them, so some video work. So Kat's going to be picking that up a little bit later on. I think she's going not this week but the following week, just to chat to them and have a bit of a recce and find out what they're actually after, and then we'll start storyboarding it, etc. So hopefully that will go okay. I've had some work, some inquiries from a medical devices company, and a new, kind of an old new client. Old as in I've done work for them a long time ago, maybe 5-6 years ago. Haven't heard from them since, but then they're kind of a very specialist client that deal with sort of clean rooms, and they've got new premises that they've opened, so they want me to go in and take some interior photos of the clean rooms, and these are sort of aseptic areas, so they don't just let anybody in. You have to have a sort of previous experience and know how to sort of handle yourself in that sort of environment, know what you can take in, what you can't take in, etc. But so they've come back to me. They want some work. That's down in Leicestershire. Hopefully we can talk to them a bit more about what they're after. That's not booked in within the next sort of week or so, but I think they're looking sort of early March time for that. So that's always good news to get something booked in a little bit further on, so you've got stuff to look forward to. A bit sad news actually, cancellation. I've had a cancellation on one of the jobs that I was hoping it was going to come off, and that was with a company that I do a lot of work for, but not in that particular country. But there was GT Germany were trying to arrange for something because they do lots of racing with the GT racing brand tyres. So they were trying to get us out there on one of their test days, or a couple of test days, and that looked like it might go ahead, but they can't fit us in, unfortunately, because they've got so much testing, and it's a little bit hit and miss in terms of what the drivers are doing and what we're supposed to be doing, and there might be some clashes in terms of what they're trying to achieve and what we want, or what they want us to do. So I just don't think there was going to be enough time within the time period they had. They had 2 or 3 days, but so the testing periods do take a long time to sort out. So yeah, that's been cancelled, but that's that might crop up later. You never know. They sort of get cancelled and then or postponed, and then they come back later at some stage. Some confirmed work that we've had in, so Marks and Clark. I do a lot of corporate portraits for Marks and Clark. They have a fairly low turnover of staff. I do corporate portraits for a few agencies, and this is a big solicitors in the middle of Manchester. In New York one, they've got some fantastic interiors actually up there. So I look forward to going back there, take some more pictures for them. They have a certain sort of look and feel, black and white. They want full lengths, half lengths, head and shoulders, and then some closer ones for some sort of portraits, just of their staff. This goes up on their staff website. So if you go to Marks and Clark solicitors, and you'll see all the photos on there. They've got quite a nice corporate look actually. Work that I've finished, I've finished processing all of the work for Bahrain. That's been done now and sent over to the client, and I heard back from them a couple of days back. They're very, very happy with the images, and they're starting to use them already actually, so that's great news. There was some urgency on a couple of the images initially, but I think that need has been fulfilled, and then so they are starting to now work out where they're going to use them. I think they've got a big sort of marketing show coming up, and I think they're likely to use a lot of those in there actually, because whenever you get new images sent to the clients, they just really want to push them out really quickly. So I expect to see those in their marketing literature very soon actually. So other things that are happening within sort of my world, if you like. The photography show is coming up. I don't know whether you guys are going. I'd like to see you if you are. I haven't worked out which day I'm going yet. I'll only go for one day. I mean, it's changed a lot since I used to go years ago, when they were handing out rolls of film to people to use. Try this, the new FP4 Plus or something. So but a lot's changed since then, and so it's kind of, if you have a need to go, if you really want to look at something, then I think it's worth going to the photography show. It used to be called Focus, but now it's the photography show. So if you've got a need for it, I think it's worth going along to. But just generally walking around, it doesn't fill me with a lot of joy, to be honest. But what is good is that what tends to happen is that other photographers go along, and we have a chance to meet up and chat and have a coffee and just have a mooch about. So that's quite fun to do, and that's mainly the reason I go, is just sort of socialise and meet up with people, to be honest. So I've got a few friends that are sort of into photography, if you like. Don't do it for a living particularly, but they're very keen, and they have a big interest in it. So I tend to have a nice little walk around with them and see the show through their eyes. That's always quite nice because it's kind of when you're in it all day every day, the last thing you want to see is just loads more cameras. But they get quite excited about picking up this particular camera or that particular make, or having a look at that lens, and so seeing it sort of vicariously through them is quite nice as well. So other things that have been happening, I've been chasing invoices like mad. I've been trying to get payments back in. There's been a few outstanding for sort of 3 months. There's been some issues with some of the clients, or one particular client that they've not been paying me, which is a bit of a worry, but that seems to have sorted itself out now. I think because it's a large company, one person in finance wasn't talking to somebody else, and your invoice gets slotted to the bottom of the pile because they don't know what to do with it, or they've got a purchase number but it's not been authorised, or something like that anyway. So that's a bit of a pain, but it has been remedied now, and hopefully you will get paid ASAP. Otherwise I will be kind of jumping up and down, and maybe even sending out a solicitor's letter. So I've only had to do that once previously. That's gone with a client that I made many attempts to get paid from, and that didn't work out until I sent them a solicitor's letter. I didn't do it. I got a colleague of mine who's a solicitor to sort it out, and they paid out very, very promptly then. So it's surprising, isn't it? Anyway, chasing invoices. Money is very tight at the moment. We have a float, but it's kind of it's getting into that buffer area where I get a little bit like let's see some payments coming through, because there's a lot outstanding, and I'd like to see some of that actually just hit the account. So, and then what else? Yesterday went to Wigan for a meet-up with about 5 or 6 other photographers, and they're all involved in sort of the BIPP, but the BIPP up in the northwest. So we're looking at planning events or new events for this year, and trying to encourage other BIPP members to get involved. Coming along to talks, etc. So if you want to get involved, if you want to come along to one of the talks, send me a message. Let's I can arrange that for you. It's no problem. So you're more than welcome to come along. So if you fancy it, get in contact, and let's have a chat. So last thing on the agenda, I'm going on holiday. Hurrah! And it's next week. It's just a break. Kids are off on half term. I've got 2 little girls that are desperate to be on holiday, and I personally need a break. I feel a bit burnt out on both ends at the moment, so having a little break would be great. Going to sit by the pool, going to go to the beach. It's an all-inclusive all-inclusive hotel, restaurant, pool, drinks, etc. I can't wait. So that's next week. So don't expect a coffee break when next week. So that's not going to happen. But I probably will be putting up another a series that I've been sort of trailing for a little while, and that is to do with sort of client communication. So expect that to drop next week instead. So I won't leave you hanging. You got to have something to watch, or something to fall asleep to. Sorry. That's it from me. I would love to hear from you. I'd certainly love to hear from you if you're going to the photography show and you want to meet up. That'd be cool. And if if you're looking for new kit at the photography show, you tell me what's gonna be good to look at. Are there any stands that I just wander by and I'm not looking at? I'd love to hear from you about that. And how have you got any advice for trying to get paid early? I've tried all sorts of you know, like for invoices, I've tried all sorts of things from client, you know, giving clients discount, 10% discount on paying it before, you know, 15 days, you know, and they can take 10% off of the invoice value. But that doesn't seem, they don't seem to be that bothered. So what have you tried? Let me know so I can give it a go, and hopefully we can all get paid a little quicker. So anyway, I'll leave you for this week. I hope you're enjoying your coffee. I won't see you next week, but I'll see you the following. All right, have a nice time. Catch you soon. Cheers.